All right.
All right.
So thank you and welcome and thank you for coming and welcome to our nutrition meeting, nutrition seminar. We're going to talk about core nutrition and let me just go ahead and start to share my screen with, this is, my name is John Chambers and to my side is Deborah Musack. Deborah Musack, this is her business. She's been a nutrition consultant for almost 40 years. She stumbled across Neolife a few years ago. And with that, fixed up a number of things that I had going on that I just thought were like, it's getting old, you know, you're starting to have some aches, pains and that sort of thing. I didn't think they could be solved, but with Neolife, surprisingly, they went away and I don't have those symptoms or problems anymore. And so I said, okay, I'll help you with this business. So you were invited here. This is part of the flyer that we had. In food, excellent medicine can be found. That was said by Hippocrates, Hippocratic, as in the Hippocratic Oath. Hippocrates. Good nutrition has always been the foundation of health and healing. And I know that these days we are constantly bombarded by advertising and so on that says actually taking these medicines, taking these pharmaceutical medicines are going to be what makes you well. And I'm not going to argue with that one way or another, but excellent food is excellent medicine can be found in food. And many people are skeptical of that. So here's a little video that is that I picked out. It's for the skeptic.
Skeptical? Great. All of these people were too.
I was a mess. I was 100 pounds overweight. I had IBS. I had high blood pressure.
I had severe hormonal dysfunction and everything else that follows that, which is depression, cystic acne.
If somebody got something, I got it. It didn't matter if it was a cold, a bug, a flu, whatever.
I had deep, deep depression, crippling, debilitating anxiety, panic attacks, and became suicidal.
I struggled with adrenal fatigue, hair loss, leaky gut, and a hyperactive thyroid.
I still just had this lack of energy that was just exhausting.
I experienced, like many other women, menopause. Entered into menopause, gained weight, had my cholesterol jump through the roof, and felt terrible.
My blood sugar, the very first time I ever checked it, was 550.
For probably 20 plus years, I was dealing with acid reflux and GERD.
I didn't want to spend any money on myself that had to do with health. I didn't think I needed it.
I had never taken a vitamin, a supplement, or anything of that sort before.
I was skeptical because I had tried so many other things.
The psychiatrist had me on 4 medications, which did not appear to be helping at all.
I tried medical doctors, I tried naturopaths, I spent thousands of dollars a month on supplements, and nothing worked.
I had never really thought a whole lot about the supplements that I was putting into my body.
My fasting blood sugars were always 350, sometimes they were over 400. I wanted to put this product to the test because I was a big skeptic.
I have lost 100 pounds. I have gotten off my blood pressure medicine. I can run, I can lift, I can work, I can play with my family, and be active with my kids.
2 years later, I have not had an ovarian cyst since then. I have lost 20 pounds. These products have definitely changed my life.
I feel like I have one of the most robust immune systems of anybody on the planet. And I don't suffer from all of the things that as a 50-year-old, my buddies, my colleagues are on. I'm on 0 prescription medications and I have one of the healthiest lifestyles I feel like anybody can have.
I'm delighted to be off the meds since they say right on them that they can cause depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts.
My adrenal fatigue is completely gone. I've had 3 babies in 3 years, healthy pregnancies, textbook labors, and I have so much energy.
I feel better now than I did 10 years ago and feel like I'm reversing the signs of aging.
My cholesterol dropped 48 points. I lost the weight that I had put on, but the best part was feeling well.
My fasting blood sugars that were, 350 to 400 sometimes, 146 in one day. I haven't been able to have a controlled blood sugar in 8 years. 30 days later, I found out that I had lost 10 pounds and I cut the amount of insulin I use in half. I'm feeling great. I'm losing weight. My blood sugars are in complete control.
It has improved everything for me in the sense of I don't have the acid reflux. I am a skeptic when it comes to a lot of these things, but I am staying with this product because it has made a difference for me.
So, it's amazing what your body can do when it's given the correct nutrients.
Yeah, amazing what the body can do when it's given the correct nutrients. But what is good nutrition? A balanced diet, most will agree, but what is a balanced diet? Back in the 1940s, researchers isolated these 6 components. Very briefly, these 6 components, lipids and sterols, are fats, and they are actually the building blocks of cell walls, because you have to have cell walls. You have to have, otherwise the cell is just a blob of protoplasm on the floor. Then there's proteins, which is a number of amino acids. There's minerals. When Debbie started doing her nutrition business back 40 years ago, she was trained in a regimen, a modality, which emphasized minerals, because miraculous things can happen if you get the right minerals. And a lot of people are able to get some miraculous results just by having the right amount of calcium or magnesium or iron and so on. Next one is vitamins and food-related factors. And we all know about vitamins. A lot of us take vitamins because they are missing in the diet. And vitamin C, for instance, Linus Pauling considered it to be vitamin C to be pretty much a miracle vitamin that would cure just about anything. There's also enzymes, and then carbohydrates, which is what your body uses for energy. You need to have these 6 things in balance in order to do it, so that sometimes if a person is missing some minerals, you give them minerals, that puts it back in balance, and suddenly they become healthy. But it may not be the minerals that are missing, it may be enzymes that are missing. And so if you give the person the correct enzyme, then suddenly they're back to battery when they weren't before. Or it might be vitamins. So you never can know, is it going to be mineral Y? Is it going to be vitamin X? Is it going to be enzyme Z that's going to bring it back into balance? Which is why supplement manufacturers, food manufacturers are not allowed to say that this is a cure-all, that whatever their product is a cure-all, because no product can be. All it can do is give your body the proper balance, that then your body is the one that creates the miracle. In order to get all of these 6 things, how do you make sure these things are in balance? And the way that you can do that is with core nutrition. Core nutrition is a little bit of all of them, so that they are in balance, so that the areas where a person might be out of balance, they go into balance because they do have the core nutrition. Neolife's answer to core nutrition is a basic product. And this is going to be a little video about the basic product and how it fills core nutrition. And so this is just a little video here for you.
Pop question. How many of you know the phrase, "You are what you eat"? I have an update for you. Recently, a 27-year global study revealed that what's killing us isn't what we're eating. Yeah, we gotta stop eating that. What's actually killing us is what we aren't eating. Wait, what? What are we not eating? Here it is. We are not getting enough nutrients from fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, omega-3 fish oils, and guess what topped the list of what we aren't getting? True whole grain nutrition. Scientists and doctors discovered that essential grain oils that have been removed from most of our grain products to extend shelf life are needed by the human body for cellular energy, vitality, and disease prevention. So, would you like to replenish and supplement those much-needed grain oils and also ensure that you get the other right nutrients for boosting vitality and preventing illness? I have the solution, a 60-year-old company called Neolife. The simplest place to start is with high-quality protein and an easy 4-pack of core nutrition. It's called the Breakfast Pack. 4 essential nutritionals, Pro Vitality, and the Neolife Protein Shake. A 30-day supply that is designed for optimal cellular nutrition by giving your body the key whole food nutrition and protein that many of us lack on a daily basis. There are a lot of protein powders and shakes on the market, even organic brands that contain lead, toxins, and harmful ingredients. It's really hard to know who to trust. This is our Neolife Shake, which is different than any other protein shake on the market. It's clean, which means that it doesn't have toxins, artificial sweeteners, hydrogenated oils, or other non-whole food ingredients. It is packed with all 22 amino acids, not just 9 or 13 or 20, all 22, critical for daily nutrition, which are the building blocks for things like hormones, digestive enzymes, collagen, antibodies, just to name a few purposes. 18 grams of complete protein with the highest digestibility scores, even for those with food sensitivities or gut health issues that help retain muscle mass while also promoting proper weight. An exclusive glycemic response control technology to support normal blood sugar levels and maximum fat-burning ingredients to boost metabolism. Over 25 vitamins and minerals, 5 grams of heart-healthy fiber, 3 delicious flavors. It is a complete meal replacement, which is terrific for people and kids and athletes on the go, or for those wanting to lose and maintain weight. Pro Vitality is a 30-day supply of 4 powerful whole food nutrients to support abundant energy, antioxidant protection, heart health, immune strength, inflammation reduction, brain function, healthy joints, clear vision, and youthful skin, hair, and nails. It has, ready, essential whole grain oils. Remember those? A product that has been clinically proven to improve cellular utilization by up to 50%. Each essential nutritional product is designed to be bioavailable or easily absorbed by your cells and has been proven in clinical studies. TreNN, or 3-in-1, Neolife's foundational whole grain concentrate, includes critical components of our cell membranes that are missing from most diets, true whole grain lipids and sterols. This is the supplement that unlocks your cells and helps them become permeable for optimal cellular health, prevents toxins from getting in, and it allows waste to get out. Carotenoid complex, derived from nutrient-rich, colorful fruits and vegetables, the concentrates of 80 pounds of them. This protects your cells and boosts immunity by 37%. Omega-3 Salmon Oil Plus. This sustainably sourced soft gel has all 8 omega-3s. Many other products just include 2, EPA and DHA. It's tested for more than 200 contaminants for guaranteed purity and 0 toxicity. And most importantly, it reduces inflammatory index by 68%, which is the leading cause of many chronic diseases. Lastly, our essential vitamin and mineral complex with 21 plant-based essential vitamins and minerals to bridge the dietary gap of most people. And this nutrition is also available for children in delicious chewables and liquids. So where do you start? Using these products, we recommend 3 options: great, even better, and best. Great. Our breakfast pack that we just reviewed, 30 days of high quality protein and core nutrition, 1 shake a day, 1 Pro Vitality pack a day. Even better, our weight loss pack. This includes our Pro Vitality pack and 2 protein shakes a day to streamline your weight goals, ensure proper daily nutrition, or for busy people and kids on the go for breakfast, lunch, or even in the afternoon. And best, this is our weight loss pack with a jump start before you begin. A simple and healthy way to prepare your body and digestive system to receive all of the nutrients that you need. And if you have other health issues or challenges, or you just want optimal health and nutrition for your future, we can help you customize a plan. Through years of medically researched science and whole food nutrition, Neolife has a complete line of products for every person, every aspect of health that they want to address, and every season of life. Whether you want more natural energy, to build lean muscle or lose weight and keep it off, to nourish and rejuvenate your skin, or lower the toxins in your home, Neolife has the products, information, tools, and even coaching support to help you reach your goals.
All right, that is the Core Nutrition program. It fills the gaps of those 6 elements and makes sure that they are balanced. The breakfast pack, as seen here, is the Pro Vitality and the shake. And we're now going to go through each of the element of the Pro Vitality one by one. And first, we're going to start with Tran. That was one of the pills that's mentioned there. It's the whole grains, the oils from the whole grains, improves nutrient utilization for up to 50%. When I was considering presenting about this, I ran across a video from back in the 1990s, and it was under the name of GNLD. And in this video, they're going to talk about GNLD. And Bob, are you there? Can you unmute yourself?
Yes, John. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you give a brief explanation of the relationship of GNLD to Neolife?
Yes. What that is the G is for golden, NL is Neolife, and D is Diamite. Sorry about my voice. There was a company named Golden Products owned by Jerry Brassfield, and a company called Diamite, which was owned by Jerry Brassfield, and then Neolife, which is a 64-year-old company, was purchased by Jerry. So he had 3 companies. He had Golden, and he had Neolife, and he had Diamite. And he decided it was a little bit crazy to be running 3 separate companies. So he put them all in one and called it Golden Neolife Diamite. So that's the background on that.
All right. Thank you very much. So back in the 1990s, Neolife was operating under the heading of GNLD. This is a little video about Tran. It's the same product we have now. It's the same product they had in the 1950s. It's the same product they had in the 1990s. It's been around for that long and has been effective for that long. So here is Tran.
Today there's an energy crisis that's being felt and talked about all over the world, a human energy crisis. So many people these days are concerned about their lack of energy and vitality that the #1 complaint that physicians hear is, "I'm so tired of feeling so tired." Many factors contribute to this situation, but crucial evidence is pointing to a phenomenon understood by food scientists all over the world. Important and life-sustaining nutrients are missing from the modern-day diet, and people are basically eating themselves into an early grave. Critical nutrients have been stripped from our foods in the name of mass production and prolonged shelf life. The attraction of these foods is their convenience and abundance. They charm their way into your grocery cupboard and slide with ease onto your dinner table. But are they stealing your vibrant health and well-being at the same time? The health status of most people today can be seen in this simple graph. You're born and start to grow to adulthood. Very soon, unless you're getting the right nutrients, your body begins to move from the vibrant zone into the tired and sick zone, where many people spend a large part of their lives. Some years ago, GNLD scientists discovered that certain nutrients can supercharge our energy levels. Now, although they're readily available in our food supply, very few of us are getting enough of these nutrients, and most of us know nothing of their invigorating power. These nutrients rejuvenate energy production inside the cell, the ultimate source of your health, well-being and long-term vitality. To understand how this works, one needs to understand some basics about the human body. The body is made up of trillions of tiny cells. Each one of them is a powerhouse of energy. In fact, we're only as healthy as our cells, which need to be fed properly every single day. If the cell is unhealthy, the body is unhealthy. Every cell has a membrane that surrounds the cell. This membrane needs to maintain its permeability to let nutrients into the cell and allow waste matter out. Certain nutrients feed the cell membrane. These are called lipids and sterols. Without lipids and sterols, the cell membrane becomes hardened and stops functioning properly. Lipids and sterols are fats which are found in the outer layer of grain, rice and soy, the very elements that are processed out of our foods. We're told to eat less fat, and that's important. But even more important is to understand that there are good fats and bad fats. Saturated fats and trans fatty acids, also known as modified fats, can be very harmful to health. But the good fats or essential fatty acids are vital for good health. These good fats include the lipids and sterols that are needed for proper functioning of the cell membrane. Researchers tell us that 95% of people do not get enough of the nutrients needed for good health, and that 75% of people consume the kinds of foods that actually cause harm. What has happened to our diet over time? The healthy diet pyramid shows the kind of balance that our diets should reflect. Most of our diet should be made up of whole grains, fruit and vegetables. But today's unhealthy eating habits stand this pyramid on its head. Whole grains, nuts, unrefined cereals, fruit and vegetables are consumed the least, and fats and proteins are consumed the most. Why is all this so important? For a very simple reason. Proper nutrition is not what you eat, it's what your body actually receives. Without lipids and sterols, your cell is not receiving the essential fats it needs to remain healthy. It takes us back to our planet Earth. If the Earth does not receive the resources it needs, it will die. If your cell does not receive and process the nutrients it needs, your body will remain in the tired and sick zones of health. You could change your diet now, but very few people can consume enough of the right nutrients to ensure proper nutrition at cellular level. And that's where GNLD comes in, because GNLD are pioneers in the area of cellular nutrition. Research was conducted by GNLD's team of doctors, nutritionists and food scientists over a period of time. And this resulted in the formulation of essential fatty acids that were extracted from 3 whole grains: wheat, rice and soy. And that discovery resulted in the unique and powerful formula known as TreaNN grain concentrates. Since being developed, GNLD's TreaNN grain concentrates has transformed the lives of millions of people around the world. These excited people have experienced renewed energy and vitality, a dramatic reduction in illnesses, and improvement to overall health and well-being.
Tests have shown superior results from TreaNN. A series of studies at Texas A&M University confirmed the nutritional benefits of TreaNN grain concentrates far beyond expectations. TreaNN enabled better use of nutrients, cardiovascular development. TreaNN provided greater adrenal activity, resulting in increased energy levels and an improved response to stress. GNLD's TreaNN grain concentrates are the foundation for further GNLD products, Formula 4 and Formula 4 Plus, and represent the very best nutrition at cellular level.
TreaNN is just one part of GNLD nutritional systems that are designed to feed, renew, repair, protect the cells and bring back the balance in today's diet. Because lack of lipids and sterols is the most significant deficiency in the human diet today, TreeNN is GNLD's most important nutritional supplement. Start supplementing with TreeNN and see your health status change. You can remain in the health and vitality zone as long as you're giving your body the nutrients it needs. GNLD wishes you long life and renewed vitality.
TreeNN is one of the items that's in the Pro Vitality Pack. It has lipids and sterols, which are used in cell walls. Another in the TreeNN, and also is lipids and sterols, is the Salmon Oil Plus, which is another one of the pills that's in it. But
It's in the Pro Vitality, not the TreeNN.
and in the Pro Vitality, exactly right. You see why I have her by my side? Is to make sure that I don't make mistakes like that. And just to further that, Bob is now going to talk about Salmon Oil Plus. And Bob, I do have the videos that you were that you wanted me to have. So as soon as you're ready for them, let me know. But right now you can unmute yourself and tell folks about Salmon Oil Plus.
Okay, John, thank you very much. I apologize for my voice.
No problem.
Can you put up the slide about 68% reduction in inflammation, please?
Yeah, it's right there. You're not seeing it. You should see it on your screen.
I see it now. Very good. Fantastic. Okay, so basically, Salmon Oil Plus is a natural anti-inflammatory, and that is a very big deal because inflammation is bad, bad, bad. It's underlying nearly every disease, whether it's Alzheimer's, heart disease, cancer, autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, MS, all have inflammation involved. So to have a product that they're not guessing or estimating, but it's clinically proven to reduce inflammation by 68% in 8 weeks is just a massive, massive, massive asset and tool, because none of us wants extra inflammation in our body. It's not good. Like I said, it's underlying almost every disease. So the salmon oil is a fabulous tool. With the brain, just about anything in the brain will work better with salmon oil, and that's includes Alzheimer's disease, dementia, depression. All of those are inflammation related. I looked up articles on those, and they said definitely inflammation involved. Memory issues can be improved with salmon oil. There's a physician named Dr. Andrew Stoll. He may be the highest ranking mental health professional in the United States because his title is Director of Psychopharmacology, Harvard Med School. And he has an entire chapter in his book on how omega-3, which is salmon oil, helps memory issues. Also helps ADD, bipolar. Again, anything in the brain works better with omega-3. The product is just so versatile because it's also good for heart health, and it's known to be able to lower cholesterol and elevate HDL, which is the kind of cholesterol you want, and reduce LDL. That's the bad one. It's known to normalize blood pressure on people. It's good for artery health. It reduces the risk of a heart attack or stroke. So, I mean, this product is so versatile. Also, many people get rid of migraines with it. What makes it different and better than other fish oils on the market is there are 8 omega-3s, and the almost every brand on the market has only 2. Neolife is the only brand I have ever found that has all 8. So that puts us in a class by itself. Also, fish are notorious for contaminants. Lead, mercury, cadmium, PCBs, DDT, digoxins, on and on and on. So I called Costco's lab because they sell millions of dollars of fish oil. And I asked their lab, how many contaminants do you guys test for? They said 5. Neolife tests for over 200. So the difference in our quality control versus other companies is absolutely night and day. And I went into a very elite health food store in Eugene because I wanted to see how their fish oil compared to ours. And I picked up their bottle, and it said this product only has 20 parts per million of lead in it. And I was just shocked because everyone knows lead is a terrible contaminant. And they were putting right on the label, it has 20 parts per million. So I kept reading because I couldn't believe they would put that on there. And they said, because lead is everywhere in the environment, you can't get away from it. And so the federal government allowed the manufacturer to have 40 parts per million of lead in their product because they say you can't get away from it. So then I could see why they're bragging they only had 20 because it's well below the allowable limit. But what makes us different is that Neolife allows, well, the federal government would let us have 40 parts per million, but Neolife allows 0 parts per million. This is really good because some contaminants are cumulative. So you get a guy like me that I've used salmon oil, lots of it for years and years and years. If they had micro trace amounts of contaminants, they would be accumulating and be bad news. One last thing, and then I'll turn it back to John. He can show the videos, is that a lot of people use krill oil for omega-3. That, in my opinion, is a very bad idea because krill are the primary food for beluga whales, not in the human food chain. So there are zero long-term safety studies for what happens to a human who eats whale food. So they're using all their customers are guinea pigs. No one knows what's going to happen because it's not in the human food chain. So that's why Neolife sticks with things that have been safely eaten by humans for hundreds of years, like salmon, sardine, anchovy, things like that. So John has 2 videos that both illustrate in an incredible way how our product can help for inflammation. One was with a year-long excruciating pain situation. The other one was with a 56-year-long pain situation. So John, can I turn it back to you, please?
Yeah, I'll take it. We're going to go on from there. Thank you very much, Bob. And here are the 2. Here's the first one in which a surgery was avoided.
In the following story, you'll hear Harry tell you that it was 11 and a half months from the time of his injury till the time he was going to get surgery. In that time, he desperately tried acupuncture, chiropractic, and he took so many painkillers for the excruciating pain that he got ulcers. Although nothing had worked in 11 and a half months, he then came upon the salmon oil.
I went to the doctors and they said that I had, after an MRI, they said I had 2 herniated discs and needed surgery. Wow. And so I asked the doctor, I said, well, what happens after surgery? He said, there'll be no more hang gliding and you probably won't be able to climb anymore. And I said, well, you know, that's just not acceptable. About 11 and a half months after being in this pain, I was about ready to go ahead and get the operation. I was about to lose my wife. She couldn't put up with me anymore.
Right.
One thing and another. So anyhow, I ran into this acquaintance of mine named Dan, and he said, Harry, what happened to you? And I told him the story and told him how long it had been and all. And he says, well, have you tried salmon oil? And I laughed at him. I said, yeah, no. I said, I've tried everything else, but not salmon oil. And he says, well, you ought to try it. He said, I had a friend of mine, he said, it was pretty bad and it straightened him out. I was grasping at straws and I said, sure, I'll go ahead and try it. So I bought 3 jars of the salmon oil, and you have to take a lot of it is the secret. I was taking like 4 to 5 pills 3 to 4 times a day. I was taking anywhere from 20 to as many as 30 tablets a day. And I did that for 6 days. On the 6th day, I went to bed in pain. And when I would lay just right, sometimes the pain would kind of go away. And I woke up in the morning and there was no pain. Wow. And I was scared to get get out of bed, or move. And anyhow, it cured me. I never had any more pain after that. I never had any pain since then.
And how long has that been?
And that's been now going on probably 4.5, 5 years.
5 years, no pain, no surgery. And here's the next one. This lady is going to talk about, she tried other salmon oil, other fish oil, other omega-3s, and then she's also tried Neolife. And here's the story with that one.
So Janice, you were telling me your husband used to have 2 very severe health problems. Can you tell me about those?
My husband had an injury as an infant where his shoulder was broken, and throughout his years of life, his shoulder pain has gotten progressively worse. He had 56 years of extreme pain in his shoulder. He had gotten to the point where he could no longer fasten his seatbelt. He couldn't sleep at night without propping himself up with pillows. The other health issue that he had was irritable bowel syndrome. He had a terrible case of irritable bowel syndrome. We've been married for 24 years, and we constantly battled his irritable bowel. With his shoulder pain, he went to the doctor, and the doctor took an x-ray and said, "You don't need to have surgery on your shoulder. You have a bad case of arthritis. Go home and live on Advil." And with his irritable bowel, basically the doctor said, "There's really nothing that we can do for that. Maybe you can try to change your diet, and that may or may not relieve the symptoms." And we tried all of those things, and nothing helped. I've been a big believer in vitamins my whole life, and we were trying to take, we were taking a multiple vitamin and a fish oil. I was only concerned about the quantity of the product and the price of the product. And so I went to a local, well-known warehouse store in town to buy the largest quantity of vitamins I could for the least price. And we were on those for over 4 years, and we never, ever experienced a benefit to those that we could tell. The pain in his shoulder never went away. So we decided that we would give GNLD products a try. And after being on Salmon Oil Plus and Formula 4 Plus for only 3 weeks, my husband woke up one morning and said, "Wow, I had my first good night of sleep. I didn't have any shoulder pain at all." After about a month and a half of being on the product, he informed me that he hadn't had an attack of irritable bowel in a month and a half. And I was absolutely amazed at that, because I thought that there was nothing that would ever correct that issue.
So he had had 56 years of pain from that injury, and then 4 years on the other brand of vitamins had not made a difference, but in 3 weeks on ours it was gone?
In 3 weeks it was gone, and a month and a half his irritable bowel was gone.
And are those conditions still, because this has been about 2 years now, are they still gone?
As long as my husband stays on the product, those issues are no longer a problem. He doesn't have any shoulder pain, and he doesn't have attacks of irritable bowel. He'll even use the salmon oil as a preventive measure now. If he knows he's going to work in the yard and get a little stiff and sore, he'll take a few extra, and then he doesn't have any issues.
Very good.
So I now believe and understand that the quality of the products and the quality of the ingredients is far more important than the price in making my decisions for our health.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. So now we've talked about Trianen, we've talked about salmon oil. Those are 2 of the items that are in the Pro Vitality. And the next one is going to be carotenoid complex, which is the 3rd part of the Pro Vitality. And Jamie, you were going to talk about that?
Yes, I am. You know, I wanted to start by saying that this was the first product that I had used. After Carol's heart had such amazing healing from taking the Neolife, she wanted me to go to a meeting not much different than this, except it was in a home, and hear about these products. And I really wasn't interested. I had broken a kidney a long time ago and didn't want to go near this stuff, because every time I touched vitamins, they hurt me. And even expensive vitamins, one time even put me in the hospital. So I was saying, "No, honey, I'm sorry, I can't do that. You know I can't." But Carol's quite persistent and got me there anyway. And I learned about this product, and I started by saying, "I'll try this one." Of all the different things that were shown, I said, "I'll try this one." And my idea of trying it was 1 or 2 a week. because I didn't want to hurt that bad kidney I had. Now I'm glad to say I have no problems with kidneys, and I take between 5 to 7 a day of the same carotenoid complex, and here is why. Now this is a paraphrase from Don Lawson, who was an amazing speaker and scientist and natural supplement person. He has an amazing story himself. I believe he's in heaven now. And I sort of paraphrased some of his talk off a CD to this. So carotenoid complex is the first and only whole food carotenoid supplement proven by the USDA researchers to support heart health and boost the immune system. It is so unique, it is a patented process and product. Let's begin with a little history. Beta-carotene, which we're pretty much all aware of, it's still in the news quite a bit, was the first isolated carotenoid which showed great promise for our health in scientific studies for the first 30 years after it was discovered. However, after that first 30-year period, later studies showed little to no promising characteristics at all. After its first 30 years, you see scientists discovered a way the beta-carotene could be manufactured synthetically. It was much cheaper than the meticulous, costly organic process which had been used before. Amazingly, the beta-carotene stopped being effective at the same time it began to be produced synthetically. Could there be a coincidence? The Neolife SAB, that's Science Advisory Board, knew the beta-carotene wasn't a standalone answer for our health issues early on. One of our scientists, the famous Dr. Lester Packer, found and isolated over 600 different carotenoids. Neolife scientists gathered up the colorful carotenoids in the human food chain and combined them into a full organic supplement we now know as carotenoid complex. They then found a way to encapsulize the fat-soluble antioxidant carotenoids. This had never been done because the carotenoids would quickly oxidize and be rendered useless if exposed to the air. This groundbreaking technology was accomplished in an oxygen-free room filled with nitrogen. These amazing scientists created and fully automated a way to encapsulate the carotenoid complex without letting them become oxidized at all. No one else had ever done this. This was and still is very advanced technology. Neolife has simply outperformed any other nutrition company. We were able to accomplish this because we had the best scientific integrity, which was then built into our products. I'm so pleased to say that we still have our own dedicated, outstanding scientists in the SAB. Do you think this makes an ongoing excellence in our products? As other companies were busy making vitamins from chemicals, labeling them A, B, or C, assuming there was no difference in the product's quality and potency, it soon became apparent there was a big difference. Those other companies may have been generating great profits, but it didn't seem to matter much to them that their customers were not realizing a benefit from the vitamins that they were selling to them. God made our bodies in the most amazing fashion. In just 1 minute, an average human heart contracts about 75 times, pumping 4.5 to 5 liters of blood through vessels ranging from the thickness, from the size of your forefinger to the width of a single hair. A colorful menagerie of about 35 billion red blood cells, 50 billion white blood cells, and 150 billion platelets, salubrously swathed in rich liquid nutrient, travel through about 40,000 million individual arteries, veins, or capillaries for a combined distance of about 96,000 kilometers to reach the nethermost parts of our body multiple times per minute. During each visit, each red blood cell carries about 100 million oxygen molecules strapped onto about 25 million hemoglobin molecules in a collective effort to supply tissues with the oxygen needed for metabolism. A sturdy cocktail of a couple of trillion antibody molecules completes the highly technical and successful surveillance of the entire system, tumbling along with the cellular constituents. Tragically, this 1 minute also sees the death of about 30 million cells. Fortunately, replacements arrive even as the cells die. We have around 40 to 70 trillion cells in us that are very busy performing some 5,000 functions every minute. Our scientists knew from the beginning the natural organic human foods would produce a vastly superior product, and that basing our products in nature and backing them by science was the only way to assure the best products for our customers. Would you rather waste hard-earned money on a single ineffective synthetic beta-carotene or get a full complex of human food-based carotenoids? Just 3 Neolife carotenoid complex capsules per day has been clinically proven to boost our immunity by 37% in just 20 days. I recently heard Louis Smith say, what happens if you take 4 or 5 carotenoids? What happens after 30 or 40 days? What happens after years of using these products? I think if we look at Louis' life, we can get a pretty good idea of what would happen after decades of eating up lots of Neolife supplements. Neolife offers what no other company can offer: over 63 years of scientifically produced, better than organic, non-GMO product superiority based in complete whole food nutrition. We are truly doing our part to end the trend of chronic illness around the world by offering real nutritional supplements based in nature and backed by science.
Wow. Thank you very much. My goodness. That was more than I expected. That's wonderful, Jamie. Thank you. So that carotenoid complex, the third part of the Pro Vitality. There is one part left, which is the essential vitamins and minerals. And Debbie is going to tell you a little bit about that.
This will be brief, but last but not least is in bridging the dietary gap, we have our 21 micronutrients, which is vitamins and minerals, and also phytoenzymes for digestion. So these help bridge the dietary gap because most people are not getting everything they need in their diets, and it provides a balanced blend of a wide spectrum of micronutrients essential for cellular health.
Okay.
For the Pro Vitality Pack.
All right, and that is the Pro Vitality Pack. That's all, that's these 4 little pills, right? These 4 little pieces. There's the TRANN here, and here's the salmon oil. There's the carotenoid, and then the last one is this essential vitamins and minerals and enzymes. And then the final part of the breakfast pack for the core nutrition, because there's nothing in here that talked about protein or amino acids. And you remember from the beginning, we had these 6 elements. These 4 of Pro Vitality balances all of it except for the protein, which is composed of amino acids. And that's what the Neolife Shake is about. And Debbie is now going to talk about the Neolife Shake.
Okay, so protein. So protein is as vital to human life as water and oxygen. Only protein can supply us with the very material from which we are made. Protein is the most plentiful substance in our bodies and composes 18 to 20% of our total weight. Together with water and oxygen, protein is vital to all life as the chief tissue builder and basic substance in every living cell. Everyone recognizes protein in the form of muscle, skin, hair, eyes, and nails, but protein is also the principal component of blood, antibodies in the immune system, the heart, tendons, your ligaments, the brain, neurotransmitters, nerves, genes, hormones, and enzymes. The metabolic process that keeps our bodies running is regulated by some proteins, hormones, and catalyzed by other proteins, enzymes. Our bodies cannot store protein, so we need a continuous supply from our diet. When the body receives protein, it uses only what it needs at that moment and converts the rest into fuel to be used as energy. Once the protein has been converted, it can never be changed back, no matter how great the body's demand for the protein. So protein is composed of a string of small chemical units known as amino acids. So that is basically what makes up protein, are these amino acids. The body cannot absorb the whole protein molecule and must break it down into individual amino acids. These can be absorbed by the body and reassembled to form the new protein combinations of body tissues, cells, enzymes, and many other things, as I mentioned earlier. The quality of the protein is very important to the vitality of the cells. So what makes the Neolife shake different? What is the Neolife difference? Okay, first of all, we have 22 amino acids. I don't know of any other product that has that many amino acids. No artificial anything. It's what's called clean, which means there's no lead or contamination or cadmium or any of that kind of stuff. It's non-GMO. It has 25 vitamins and minerals. It has 18 grams of protein. It also contains 5 grams of a proprietary fiber blend. The other thing that makes it different is what's called a glycemic response control. That means it's keeping the sugar level steady. So you don't take it in and have your sugar spike up and then crash down. It just keeps it going on a nice even keel, and get that steady stream of energy going. And there's one other thing that makes Neolife unique, and that is the ProtoGuard process. The selection of excellent raw materials that are properly balanced is not enough to assure a high bioavailability. It is most important that a processing method be used that will protect the values contained in the raw ingredients. Excessive heat can denature protein, which means destroy the amino acid structure, reducing its value to the body. The important nutritive values of the protein by our exclusive ProtoGuard process. This process blends high quality protein raw materials together. Thus exerts a partial protein that is easily digested and provides increased availability to promote greater absorption. The ProtoGuard process is another important benefit available only from Neolife. So that is what makes us different. That's the Neolife difference. You're getting all the 22 amino acids and all this other great stuff in a form that your body can use no matter if you're, whatever your age or condition you're in. And the other really cool thing about Neolife is we have 3 varieties. We have our whole food shake, as you can see on the screen, and we also have a performance protein shake, and we have a vegan protein shake. So we have something for everybody, whatever they need or want. Neolife has it, and it works, and it's cellular energy.
All right. Thank you very much, Debbie.
You're welcome.
That is the breakfast pack. It is trying to attempt to move to the next slide. There's the next slide. Okay. What that does is it fills in the gaps that if you are missing some enzymes, if you're missing some protein, if you're missing some minerals, this gives you some of that. Now, everybody has a little bit different needs, but the basic core nutrition will fill in the gaps and will make some surprising changes in a body if there are If a person has a particular deficiency that's more than that, then there are other Neolife products can be used to bolster up those particular ones. How good can it get?
Our bodies require certain nutrients in order to live a healthy, active life. When we don't get adequate amounts of these nutrients, we feel sluggish, tired, and not our most vibrant selves. We're also more vulnerable to attacks on our cellular health, things like free radical damage and environmental toxins. The result is pretty scary. 3 out of every 4 deaths will be caused by cancer, diabetes, or heart disease. This is crazy because we know the solution. Leading health authorities agree the key to preventing chronic disease and promoting health is weight management, physical activity, and eating a diet rich in the whole food nutrients found in whole grains, fruits and vegetables, and omega-3 rich fish. But if you're like most of us, it's really hard to eat enough of the good stuff. There's gotta be a simple, effective, and affordable way to bridge the gap between diet and nutrition, and there is. At Neolife, we're on a mission to make the world a healthier and happier place, helping people get charged up on good nutrition, starting with you. Neolife's superior quality nutrition products follow nature's blueprint, using the finest whole food ingredients, products that are based in nature and backed by leading-edge science. Like our revolutionary Neolife Carotenoid Complex product, containing protective carotenoids from fruits and vegetables, clinically proven by USDA researchers to boost immune capacity by 37% in just 20 days. Every Neolife product features the Scientific Advisory Board seal of approval, representing a worldwide network of leading doctors, researchers, and nutrition experts. Neolife is known as a pioneer in nutrition supplementation. In business since 1958 in over 50 countries, Neolife has state-of-the-art research facilities, strategic partnerships with some of the most highly respected organizations in science and research, like our Omega-3 Salmon Oil Plus product, which was featured in the prestigious New England Journal of Medicine. In an 8-week study, Neolife Salmon Oil Plus was clinically proven to reduce the inflammatory index by up to 68%, and reduce triglycerides by up to 17%. Published in top peer-reviewed scientific journals around the world. From core nutrition for a foundation of good health to targeted solutions like heart health, immunity, digestive health, children's nutrition, and sport nutrition, to name just a few, Neolife's got you covered. But Neolife really isn't just a company. It's a family of people like you and me who made the decision to take control of their health. It's never been easier to experience the health benefits of superior nutrition. Our club member program is free to join and gives valued customers the ability to shop at a special 15 to 25% discount, nutrition and personal development, free product when you refer friends, weight loss and fitness challenges, and fun events around the country. We are committed to end the trend of poor wellness, but we can't do it alone. Right now, we are on a search to find people who want to help others get charged up on good nutrition. What does that look like? Well, put simply, it's like a tech startup, but with nutrition. We provide the infrastructure that any successful business needs, as well as consumable products and a compensation plan. Instead of having to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars to get started, it makes entrepreneurship accessible to everyone. It's your business on your terms that can also be passed down as an asset to future generations. That's right, entrepreneurs rejoice. Neolife is redefining the world of startups, and health and wellness is predicted to be the next trillion-dollar industry. Someone shared Neolife with you because they care about you and your health, so don't leave them in the dark. Phone a friend and tell them what you think. If you want to try great products, become a club member. If you want to help us end the trend, become a promoter. We're excited to be the first to say, welcome to the family.
Welcome to the family. I'm going to stop the share now. That's the end of the presentation. I know that each of you was invited to come here by someone, and after this meeting, you should get together with them and talk about what you want to do with this. Kat, you have something to say?
I do. I was sharing with you before that when I first started talking to you about Neolife, I told you that I had had previous experience in direct selling and things like that, and specifically had been you know, I felt like I'd been sold a bill of goods, and I really wanted to do my research. So, and when I say sold a bill of goods, I meant the other stuff. And so I took what you said, and I've had several conversations, and I appreciate Debbie spending time with me and helping me in my pea brain to get through different things and understand where I needed to go with this. And so I just wanted to tell you that I've been, in my own scientific way, had been testing this product so I could have my own experience with it. And although I'd been on Pro Vitality for at least 8 months, I started the shake process I started back on April 15th. And that was really, I started taking that, and I started taking full motion because I had a knee injury from high school and from college. I'd re-injured it. And I know that I started probably developing some arthritis in that knee because it was just so painful to be able to do certain things when I would move it certain ways. And so I was taking the shake, and I started taking 2 full motion, and I wasn't doing anything else, meaning I wasn't really watching what I was eating. I was drinking water. I was doing the normal stuff, but I wasn't really paying attention to my diet except for adding that shake. And it really was a meal replacement for me. But along the ways, what I've actually done is this morning, today's day 29. And in going through everything, what I found out as I took a picture of some specific things. I won't share the picture itself, but I'll go through the information on it. So since the 29th, in 29 days, I've dropped 8 pounds. I took 2 inches off my waist, 4 inches off my hips, 1 inch off my chest, and I dropped 1.14 points on BMI, which is, you know, it's something small, but that was my personal experience with it, just by adding the shake and not having to disrupt my lifestyle in any other way. And just by feeding myself, obviously, core nutrition, that to me was a huge eye opener in terms of giving your body what it needs to slough out the toxins, do what you need, and feed your cells. So I wanted to share that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kat.
That's
Thank you.
wonderful, Kat.
Wonderful. That's wonderful. All right.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
This is Gail.
Yeah. Hi, Gail.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, I've been on it for about 8 months on the Pro Vitality, and I'm also taking salmon oil, and I just started on the zinc. And I was having like a whole bunch of problems with like headaches, and I'm diabetic. And last time I went to see my doctor, my blood sugar was like 7 something, and it was up to 11. It went down from 11 to 7. And then also my cholesterol was good, and my liver was good, and everything was good. I got a total good report.
Wow, that's great.
Cool.
That's great.
Congratulations,
Great.
Gail.
Good girl, Gail.
Thank you, Nancy.
All right. All right. Well, at this point, I actually don't have anything else to add to it. Jamie, if you have anything you want to add.
I just would encourage anyone that's that this is new information to absolutely get in touch with whoever it is that brought you this direction, and do some follow-up, because this is just a beginning spot. There's so much to learn about these products and this company and the opportunity. I just can't say enough about it. And so I just want to encourage you to get back to whoever it was told you about it. And if you'd like to do something along this line in your home to friends and things like that, we're always glad to help you help others. And
right,
if you wanted to make this into a...
Yeah, we could do that on Zoom, or we can do that in your living room. All right.
John, I wanted to add one thing. I mentioned that I started taking the 2 full motion for my knee.
Yeah.
And I estimate that I've probably reduced the pain in my knee probably by 60 to 75%. And I just that piece of it, being able to move my knee up to my, you know, my ankle up to my knee to put my shoe on or whatever, I had to like hold it and then like hold it down because of the pain that would go laterally.
Right.
And I don't have that. So I'm just thrilled. So
Wow.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is great. That's great.
Yeah. Moving better for certain.
Yeah.
That's great. That's important.
All right. Very good. Nate, any comments?
Or questions?
You don't have to, but
No, this is great information.
I had some thoughts for you.
okay.
Oh, I was, given what I've been through and what I'm doing, and just started a business, and I would love to talk more to the host regarding nutrition, just because that's what I'm looking at, just a personal trainer and nutrition coach, health coach. I got a couple people signed up that I'm working with, and they're older. And one of the biggest things you see is nutrition.
Right.
And that's that's always comes down to nutrition. And so just part of my business and kind of looking through the website is not only becoming a promoter as well. And I was driving home from work the other day, and there's actually a car around the corner that had Neolife sticker on the side of it.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
That was me.
I love it.
Well, I'll tell you what, you get together with Kat, and Kat knows that we're available.
Yeah, we're always a resource for questions.
Absolutely.
about
We're always a
nutrition.
resource.
So
I
and,
really appreciate you too.
and I wanted to add, absolutely. And that's why I was one of the people that asked you to record this, because Nate, your mom wanted to see this information, and so did my mom, and so did somebody else they were talking to, but they couldn't be here tonight. So I said, if you can record this, then we'll have a discussion around it and get questions answered.
Well, it is recording.
Yep.
It's been a pleasure presenting this with you guys. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, Sean and Debbie. Appreciate you.
You're
Thank you
very
for your
welcome.
Great
Okay.
presentation, Jamie.
And I'm going to end the recording now. Thank you very much. Hang around. We'll talk a little bit more.
Okay.